Part 1. Quiet Apocalypse.
Nobody cares about the creatures anymore. Now they are part of our lives. I don't remember exactly when they arrived in this world. Maybe 10, 12 years ago. I don't know anymore. Many people died. Some killed by the creatures, but many others by their own hands. Many went crazy. Others simply lost a reason to live. But the creatures don't appear to be malicious. Some even appear to be sad to be here. Almost as if they were begging to go back to where they came from. People know that one day the creatures will consume them. There's nothing anyone can do. But maybe it's better this way. No nuclear bombs. No asteroids. Or even Unisys. Just a giant looking for its next meal. Yeah. Maybe it's better this way.
Quiet Apocalypse is a multimedia live-action and 3D animation project about the sudden appearance of massive otherworldly creatures on Earth and the consequences for and reactions of humanity. That being, what looks like the end of the goddamn world. In the first installment of the series just shown, titled Quiet Apocalypse, one species of the new creatures that I'll be tentatively naming the Floater soars low through the clouds, its nipple tentacles barely scraping the surface below. In the next shot, what looks like a giant sky eel gulps through the ozone of the Golden Gate Bridge. Or maybe it's another bridge, I don't know very much about bridges. The human cities shown are in ruin, looking like they've been bombed. We then see what I'll be calling the Crawler. Similar sets of torso tentacles sprout between its 3 sets of limbs. And a jellyfish-looking motherfucker behind him. We also get a first look at a humanoid species, as well as one that I'm going to call the Crab. Yep, don't forget the sky tentacle. All these new weird slimy friends are great, but I'm gonna need an explanation for this shit. Evidently, these creatures appeared without warning, and even without being malicious, their presence has already led to the deaths of quite a few people. I'm not sure how they ended up killing people without being malicious. Maybe they accidentally stepped on them because they were so big, or maybe it was a drunk driving accident, who knows? One thing that does particularly interest me is that these creatures have caused quite a few people to go out on their own accords. My question is, did these people go crazy because of the creatures? Like, are these entities cognito-hazardous in any way, or was it just the fact that a bunch of creatures manifested? Basically, what I'm asking is, do these creatures cause this inherently, or did these guys just have a big crazy-shaped hole in their brain, and the creatures fit just enough that they decided to take it out with a bullet?
Hey, little buddy, how are you doing?
Oh my god!
Whoa, whoa,
Oh my
whoa,
god!
whoa, whoa,
Oh my god!
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Hello.
Regardless of the answer to that, the sheer fact that these monsters pulled up raises some questions. What are they? Where do they come from? What are they sad about? Maybe they won a scratcher lottery ticket only redeemable back where they came from. I'd be sad too. Finally, how do the people in this world know that the creatures will consume them? The entities didn't really say that. I feel like the humans are just grasping at straws, but you know, humans like to do that. I didn't really know the answers to any of this yet at this point in my watch through, so to give you the full experience, I'm just gonna play the next part of the series. Quiet Apocalypse, Part 2, Day 1. In Day 1, we open to one of the creatures standing above a city. Its presence, its hulking frame moving about the area alone is enough to shatter the windows of the buildings around it. The city is clearly falling apart. Another creature suddenly manifests, popping out of nothing. The sudden massive shockwave again splinters every window of the structure next to it into razor-sharp fragments. A new species of floater looms over the action, unwavering, as if it sits statically in the air. This guy doesn't give a single fuck about gravity. They act as if they're used to operating in a different environment, with different laws of nature. A pseudo-humanoid with a pyramid-shaped head digs itself out from under the hills. Miles away, men put a boy's father on a stretcher. He was in the wrong place at the wrong time when the creature caused an earthquake. These beings care not, nor have awareness, for the other as they struggle to survive. While these beings didn't come to Earth with its destruction in mind, their sheer size and ability to affect change is inherently dangerous to humans, even if they don't desire to hurt them. Don't worry though, if I know humans, they're already working on a strategy to communicate, and for both of the creatures to exist in a fair and safe society. Oh fuck, the next one's titled Retaliation. Part 1. Quiet Apocalypse. Part 3. We tried. I swear to God, we tried. 7/13/2014. Global military intervention was initiated. Approximately 30,000 targets were detected across all continents. 5 distinct species were under observation. Unconfirmed civilian reports indicate the possible existence of additional variants. Urban centers in proximity to specimen activity zones were fully evacuated. Evacuation protocols remained in effect until containment or neutralization was confirmed. Coordinated military forces began advancing toward identified specimen activity zones. Only one specimen showed visible signs of injury. As soon as one specimen was terminated, another manifested a few miles away. Safety protocols were implemented to contain possible contamination. Military efforts continued, even though they were unsuccessful. Look, guys, I know this looks bad. Just say sorry, and I'm sure the giant alien monsters will be reasonable people, just as long as you do anything other than double down. From now on, we deserve their retaliation. Death Valley, California. The first attempt to neutralize the target has failed. As an alternative, the use of a tactical nuclear device has been authorized. Due to its isolated nature, Death Valley was designated as the testing area. A single B-83 bomb was deployed. Multiple targets were vaporized instantly, but many withstood the blast and the thermal radiation radius.
What do we do when everything fails? What do we do when helplessness wounds our pride? What do we do when despair clouds our judgment? We made a mistake. We looked at them the way prey looks at its predator. We were afraid of what they could do, but we never considered the possibility that they might be just as afraid as we were. And now that nothing has worked, only one solution remains. Wait. Wait for someone to find a way out, or wait for our end. And if this is our end, I hope the universe knows that we tried. I swear to God, we tried.
Yo, universe is indifferent, dog. It don't give a fuck about you or what you're trying to do. It just be. Okay, after all this, you probably have a few questions. Most pressing, What the actual fuck? Let's break down what we've learned. Even though the series says that there's only 5 confirmed variants, I saw more than that in the footage. Amongst the species, I seen the floaters, the cattle, the crabs, the walkers, the giant sky eel, and the jellyfish-looking motherfucker. And also the giant sky tentacle, but I'm not sure that that wasn't already there. That's 7, but I'm stupid and miss details about shit all the time, so there's probably more. Even though they have biology that looks very alien to us, there are consistencies between them, such as having 6 limbs and torso tendrils, and sharing a similar skin texture. The creature's biology harkens back to Cambrian and Paleozoic Earth life, like the Opabinia and Eurypterids, when body plans like this were all the rage. It makes the creatures feel old in a way that predates man, eldritch and alien, coming from a completely different environment from our own. The entities also boast some strange abilities that suggest they move through space differently than we do. The floaters don't fly like Earth life. They don't flap their wings, they don't glide, they don't do anything really. They just sit there, static in the air, as if they were hanging from a string. At first, I thought maybe it was a gas balloon filled with farts or something, but it doesn't even change elevation at all. What about when that missile was fired at one of them, and it disappeared on one side of it and reappeared on the other? It's like these beings are superimposed on our world, only interacting with the physical objects in it in certain circumstances, whether that be intentional or not. What about what the earlier entry said about them being sad? As if they're begging to return somewhere. Where might that be? Look, man, if you don't pay your rent, you get evicted. I don't think there's enough evidence to gauge exactly where they come from. Although, one concerning question immediately comes to mind. What selective pressures would lead to the evolution of beings so strange? These creatures operate with forces humanity could never understand, as they evolved in an incomprehensible place that they beg to return to. What environmental hazards would have to exist for a creature to evolve to survive a fucking nuke? For every one that's killed, multiple others appear in its place. I guarantee it took humans a while after they learned this to stop shooting them though. Something madness, something same method, different expectations. At the time of writing the script for this video, we're left on the cliffhanger that these aliens are seemingly going to retaliate. And if they can float static in the sky, teleport a missile, and withstand a nuclear blast, you don't want to see what they can do when they decide humans are a threat. Or something goofy like that. Speaking artistically, I would like to give my praises to the series creator, Insolitum. I really hope I said that right. If not, please don't take offense, I'm stupid. This series is a masterful example of what multimedia production can be when used creatively. The visuals are created using a combination of 3D animation and live-action footage, and the result of an alien monster sitting in what would appear to be a regular city creates an uncanny valley aesthetic that really helps my immersion. The fact that Insolitum chose to present the entire feature in grayscale helps to hide any differences between the 3D render and the actual world, and the result feels like I'm watching footage from a lost apocalypse. Mwah, chef's kiss. The writing is just as effective, in that we're given just enough information to understand the threat, but not enough that it dampens any of the fear of the unknown that makes the series so great. Towing this line as an author is difficult, and it's done masterfully here. I should know, I do it badly all the time. Speaking of the context that we're given, Quiet Apocalypse effectively builds a world in the audience's mind that we've never seen, just through the biology of the creatures. All of these look as if they could be animals that would evolve in the same ecosystem because of their shared traits, and the way they express them. Like how they all got tendrils, weird skin, 6 legs, and don't seem to interact with regular 3D space, almost as if they're a higher dimensional being. These shared traits between the species add a sense of interconnectedness to the creatures introduced, and makes the world feel alien and alive. The world building through biology harkens back to Vita Carnes and other sci-fi series, and this strategy for world building is a favorite of mine, and done very effectively here. I know I'm glazing it like a donut right now, I just really like the work, and Insolitum, hit me up if you want to collab or something. If I had one suggestion, it's that I would like to see an instance of the creatures being either threatening or scary to humanity before they decide to nuke them. The monsters don't have to be an actual threat if you don't want to make them that. You could just show like a section of humans being afraid shown through an individual, and that's the real danger. Even if it's just a person being like, "That sky squid freaks me out, let's shoot it." Some sort of prompting to the audience about why humanity feels as threatened as it does could improve the payoff when they nuke the big old critters. But hey, one of the things I said I liked about it was how very carefully it chooses how much context to give us. Maybe I'm in the wrong, I don't fucking know. A lot of people on the internet think they know how stories should go, and I hate backseat drivers. That's not what I'm trying to do with this suggestion. Just love the series and think it'd be a cool episode in the future to add a new perspective. Don't stab me. Anyways, if you like this, you should like, comment, and subscribe with all notifications enabled, and go watch the original series. It'll be linked in the description. Shout out to the creator, Insolitum. Shout out the inner circle. Love y'all.
Okay, bye.